Alright guys, welcome back. So we're gonna start working on the next part of cloning YouTube, and I think I said in the last video that we would probably go over trying to make this to open and close. So we're gonna probably work on that today, and also fix up these scroll bars because they're pretty ugly and they don't look nice. So I'm gonna try and do that today as well. Okay, so if we start off with, let's see, what should we start off with? Let's go back. We could start off with the scroll bars. So all you need to do really to edit or to make the scroll bars look better is if you just go down here, add a style. I'm gonna change this to CSS or SAS, I mean. And then I'm just gonna copy and paste this couple of lines of CSS. Basically, it's just gonna adjust the width of the scroll bar, and then add a background to it, and then the thumb as well. So if we go back, just refresh this. There we go. Now we have this much nicer looking, more elegant looking scroll bar rather than that ugly default one. So now that we have that addressed, now it's not going to be absolutely similar, but like for example, it only works when you hover over, so we will probably do that later on. Don't need to do that right now. The other stuff, so let's see, yeah, let's get on to getting the hamburger to actually come in and out. So in order for that to work, I'm going to save this, close that, go back to, I think we need the restore, and we also need navbar and sidebar for this. Just gonna, oops, was it control K, control 0, there we go. Close these off, and I'm just gonna look over to my second monitor for something really quickly. So we'll start off the navbar. Let's see, dense, fixed, flat, app. Yeah, so the way we want to do it is, right, so we're gonna, let's see, how do we do it? Okay, control J. I forgot how I did it. Okay, basically the way we're supposed to do it is, because the menu button is in a different component, usually this is bound to vModel, so because it's in a different component, we can't just directly add like a click method to it. It's not going to affect our drawer. So we need to do, well, one way you could do is by doing event emitters, but I just don't like doing them. That's why I think I did in the store. So we fire off a action, so Vue-X, and we fire off a mutation which changes the variable from true or false, or the state of the variable, which then is bound to the side drawer, and then based on the value, if it's true it will show, and if it's false it won't show. And the way we change it is by obviously clicking on this button here, which just fires off the action. So in order for us to do that, we need to go to our index. So we can split this up a little bit in the store. So if we create a new file called, or a new folder actually called modules, and then inside modules, or in index actually, let's go to index, get rid of all of this, or actually just get rid of this right here, and then we do export default new Vue-X dot store, open up our parentheses, and then put in modules, open up our object, and then put in YouTube. This is what we're going to call it. And then we also need to import YouTube from, I'm going to create a folder, I already have it there, sorry, called modules slash, and then we're going to have a YouTube in there, JavaScript file. And then inside here we can create the new one, so we're going to call this youtube.js. Then here we're going to, basically what we had in the index, we had our state, our getters, actions and mutations. We're just going to move them over here. So we're going to have const state is equal to, so this is our initial state, so we want show drawer, so this is what's going to be true, right? So when we initially load up the web page, it's going to show the drawer, right? Then we're going to have to show full drawer, and that's going to be false. So what I mean by show full drawer is, let's see, where is it? So right now this is I think, yeah, actually I'll come back to that one because I think so if video is playing, which is also going to be false, and that's just basically if the video is playing, then we change the state of this. So right now video is playing and it pops in like that, and that's what we want. Okay, that's our state object. Then we have const getters. Probably don't need that right now, but, and then actions, mutations, and we also need a export default, our state, our getters, our actions, and our mutations. There we are. Now in our mutation is where we want to actually put our methods. They're like our methods that actually change or mutate the value of our state. So inside here we want one called toggle show full drawer. So we want to be able to toggle that from from showing the full drawer to not showing the full drawer. So we want a parentheses with, it takes in a state, takes in a value, and then we just add a arrow function, and then so the state dot, so we want to modify this, right? So we want to change state dot show full drawer is equal to whatever value we pass in. I'm just gonna copy paste this 3 times. Now we want toggle show drawer, so if this, we want to show the not completely, so let's just take this and put it there. This one here we're gonna do toggle video is playing, same thing, just take that and put it there, and bam. Alright, so we have our three mutations for now. And we can close this. Now if we go to navbar, now this is where we want to actually call the mutation. Now before we can call the mutation, we need those properties present in our navbar.view, and this is where the computed property comes in view. So we're going to use computed. And before we do that, we need to import Vuex, and we need to import map state. Map state basically allows us to actually use the variables, or use them inside of the navbar, or whichever component you want to use of it. So if we do that, and then we just do from Vuex. So now inside of computed, we want to use our spread operator with map state. Open up like this, and I'm just gonna copy and paste these 3 right here. So like I said, we want these present, we want to be able to use them. This is how we import them or use them in our component. We use a computed property. And now we'll actually get the method, right? So let's add some methods to our component. And then we want on click, or on what do we call it? For now, let's call it on click, right? And then so the way we want to do this, first of all, is so the logic behind so for example, if the video is playing like I said over 100 times, this is different, and if the video is not playing, this is also different, right? So we want to check first, is video playing, and if it is, then we want to toggle the pop-in style of the sidebar. If the video is not playing, then we just want to toggle from the mini variant to the full drawer. So first of all, we need to check the value for video is playing. So if we do if this dot video is playing, then what we want to do is we want to carry out our mutation, right? So we do this dot dollar store dot, so we commit this mutation, or we commit anyway. So, and then here we want to get the name of the mutation. So if we go back to index.js or youtube.js, we want to use toggle show drawer. So I'm just going to copy that, go back here, and I want to pass in some value. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass in the opposite of this dot show drawer, so I can toggle it from true to false or false to true, right? And that's if the video is playing. So, and then what we want to do is otherwise we want to do, I'm just going to copy this, otherwise we want to show the full drawer. So if we go back here, show full drawer. So again, if the video is playing, we can either show the drawer or we don't show the drawer. For example, right now it's not showing. Now it is showing. And otherwise, if we are not playing a video, we always are showing a drawer. So we're either showing a mini or a full drawer. And that should be it. I think that should be good to go now. Let's give this a try. Actually, we need to come back here and add the on click to the button, of course. And I believe this is the button, so if we just do add click, and then we just do on click, I believe that's what I called it. Yeah, and okay, it's not working exactly. Let's see, what is wrong? Property video is playing is not defined. Okay. Video is playing, video is playing, video is playing. What's wrong? Property or method view is playing is not defined on the instance. In sidebar. In sidebar. Okay, I'm not sure what's wrong. Am I blind or something? Okay, let's see. If this video is playing, on click, click, map state, video is playing, state.youtube. Did we import YouTube? Yeah, we did. Video is playing, shuffle drawer, shuffle drawer. This show drawer. Okay, well these two. Oh. Where are we now? Navbar. Aha, that's it. So this, for one, needs to be show full drawer. Right. It's still not working. Why? Property or method video span is not defined on the instance by reference. Okay, I think I'm probably missing something on the, where is it? On the sidebar. Oh, okay. So I forgot about that. Let's go back to sidebar and I'll explain. There it is. So we also need let me just expand this really quickly. There we go. We also need to add in a couple of properties here, so I'm just gonna quickly copy paste this and I'll explain. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of that. We also need view X. So again, obviously we need to get the properties from our from the JavaScript file or from store, and then use them here, because otherwise they're not going to be toggling anything really, and they're not going to reflect because they're not being bound to our drawer. That's the problem. Jeez. So again, we need these two properties, like I said, for videos playing shuffle drawer. This one here basically is just a getter and setter, so this one is what allows us to change the value. It's just a typical getter and setter. So what I'm going to do is video is playing. I think this should be fine for now. Let's just do this. Close that really quickly. Okay. It's not working as intended. What am I missing? Definitely missing some, yeah. So we need to add some certain properties for it to actually make it proper. So what we need to add is temporary. So video is playing, and then we need the mini variant. Mini variant dot, I think it's called dot sync. That's why sync, and then show full drawer. So these will add in the animations, and then so this will actually so we're binding show full drawer to mini variant sync, so it'll show the mini variant sync if this is true or false, and it will not. Then we also need, I think we already have the width, don't we? Yeah, we do. And then temporary is what actually allows it to kind of pop in and out when the video is playing. So as you see now, it's working perfectly. That's good. Pretty similar, I guess. Okay, we don't have the, but that's fine, we can add them in later on. That doesn't really matter that much. And then we've got the scroll bar. We've got this coming in and out. So if I go back to YouTube and I say video is playing, then okay, what is wrong with this now? Definitely missing something else, haven't I? Property or method drawer is not defined in distance. Sidebar, sidebar, there it is. Drawer, okay. This needs to be, what do we call it down here? Show drawer. Yeah, show drawer. So show drawer. Okay. Show drawer. Hold on a minute. Oh yes. Okay, that's fine. It was drawer, which we didn't have. It's show drawer. I was just confusing myself. And there we are. Let's just reload this. There we are. Now it comes in and out. So this is technically like the video is playing. We can probably fix this later on as well. And this is misaligned. Just some padding issue, really. Nothing much. Yeah, I mean that's really it, to be honest. So if we go back to YouTube, so basically what we'll do is when you click on a YouTube video, we'll just set this to true, and when you click off, we'll set this back to false, so that we can mimic the behavior. But yeah, that's popping in and out. And then I think in the next video, so we've got these main part working. So in the next part we'll do these here. these kind of notification or drop down menus. We'll get them in the next video, and then maybe something else as well, if I can think of anything else that needs to be done. Also, we'll probably add in the router, actually the router navigation, so you can actually go to different pages and stuff. So yeah, alright guys, thanks for watching, and hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like. Alright.